just want to say, Tony, without insulting anybody else, like without insulting any other show, any Bay Area show, I'm getting to the point where I observe this audience of ours, and I don't even know what to say about you guys. Honestly, you have no idea. We talk about you when we're not even on the air. I love you guys, and you're entertaining the hell out of me before we even start the show. So, Tony, I'm going to do a two-way tie tonight for the pre-show post of the night. First post goes to Rags, my man in New Jersey, Christian Eric. He goes, I just picked up my son at Newark Airport for his fall break. Whatever that is. Oh, I didn't get that when I was in college. I didn't have a fall break, but anyway, yeah, fall break. And then he goes, it's time to turn and burn. I'm back home for PMP. Rags, I love the dedication. I'll see you soon. And then Robot Centaur coming in with a split decision tie. It's a photo finish. He goes, hey, next Tuesday when we do the show from New Jersey, Tony will be in the Bay. I'll be in Jersey with Rags. We'll kind of co-host. We'll do a three-way thing. And Robot Centaur goes, I want to see Paulie and Rags like crossing arms, Tony, and feeding each other slices during, like lovers, like two lovers, like during and feeding each other. Like, you know how you do that with wine? You can lock arms with your girl and you drink some wine. We'll be locking arms, eating pizza. Yes, Rags, a three-way. We're going to do it all. We're going to keep it above board. It's not your kind of three-way. We're just going to do a broadcast three-way. Let's keep that understood. But anyway, great to see everybody. Joe Schmo, Rags, Pine Needle, Patty from Napa, Queen of the Scene, Don Peralta, all of y'all. Great to see everybody on board tonight. And my man's in green tonight. Look at you, like getting your inner Irish out. What's happening with you tonight, Creative Tony?
First of all, your mom is cool, aka Mark Wiseman, in the house and just brought me an ice cold Pabst Blue Ribbon Light, a PBR Light, because we're all looking. I'm trying to avoid the elastic waistband, at 52 years old. But Mark's in the house. They're coming by just to say hello. So your mom is cool is in the house. I'm going to crack open this PBR in honor of Mark. And the green shirt, I had it on earlier, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave it on because my sister Bridget got me this shirt because it's just a fence. It's like the barricade fence, and then it says jumper. There's two things about that. I'm jumping the fence all over the place in the MLB playoffs. Two of my three teams have been eliminated now that I wanted eliminated, Yankees and Padres.
Sure.
Now we need the Phillies to do their thing. But my sister got me this shirt because in New Orleans years and years ago, we were there and there was a barricade there. And I said, just talking out of my you-know-what, I said, I bet you I can jump over that thing. And then my sister and my brother-in-law, Rob, and my cousin Marty and Megan and my sister, and they all said, do it. We dare you to do it. So I ran back about 50 yards, and all of a sudden, lo and behold, I didn't realize it, but then like a mini crowd kind of was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? So then this dude.
How long ago was this, by the way? How long ago?
This is probably 12 or 13 years ago.
Good, sure. So you're like in your 30s. You're a grown man doing this, right? I love it. Carry on. Yes.
Dude, next thing you know, this New Orleans local had a whistle, and he got involved and said, you know what? I'm going to referee this. I'm going to call it out. I'm going to say ready, set, go, and I'm going to watch to make sure that he clears the fence. If he doesn't clear the fence, and next thing you know, it was the most bizarre thing. And I ran, I sprinted, jumped, cleared the fence, and now I have this shirt. So,
well, let me tell you another strange but true tale of Creative Tony's midlife athletics. I saw this one myself. By the way, I'm back on the alcohol train tonight too. I got a nice big glass of Pinot Noir. Cheers, buddy. Let me take a quick sip before I tell this tale, and then we get into tonight's show. Hold on one sec. Yeah, Domaine Serene strikes again, dude. I love this Pinot. So a few years ago, I think this is 2019. I'm up in Seattle with Tony, Rod Brooks, and Jeremiah Crow, who is the founding father of the Bay Area Sports Collective. He was our former program director at KMBR. And we go up to Seattle to see Pearl Jam. They're doing a couple of shows at the Seattle ballpark, and great, probably maybe the best Pearl Jam show I've ever seen. And it was a benefit for the homeless up there. Great cause, great everything. So, dude, the show's over. We're walking down the streets, and we're talking about tens of thousands of people streaming into the streets surrounding this ballpark. Now, inexplicably, I don't know why this was there, but there was one of those kind of like driveway basketball hoops in the middle of this crowd. I don't know how it got there, what it was doing there, but there was a hoop, the same kind of thing you would put in your. And next thing you know, Tony's walking under the hoop. Our boss at the time, Jeremiah Crow, who's not a tall guy, dude. He's not a tall guy. He's a very average height guy. Dude, he goes up like he's going to dunk, grabs the rim, and keep in mind, I'm not exaggerating when I say there are thousands of people. It's like Mardi Gras, dude. The Pearl Jam show let out. The streets are packed. So this guy Crow goes up to the rim, grabs the rim, comes down like Daryl Dawkins, dude. The entire backboard comes down right on Tony's head. So now we got like a commotion. Oh, like the whole crowd goes, oh. And Rod Brooks and I are standing there like, did you see that? Did Jeremiah Crow just throw a basketball hoop on Tony's head? And we walked up to the scene of the crime. Tony is lying in the street on his back. And I remember Rod Brooks goes, he's not moving. Looking down at him, he goes, he's not moving. And I go, yeah, it doesn't look good. Do you okay down there, T? There was like no sign of life, dude, just on his back, laying there. And then next thing you know, Rod Brooks and I peeled out. We lost you. I don't know how we lost you guys. So now Rod and I wound up at some bar somewhere. And I think we finally we finally hooked up a little bit later in the night. But dude, what a again, mixing alcohol, middle age, and athletics. A lot of times it's going to blow up in your face. A lot of times.
Worst part is I didn't even see it coming. I didn't see the backboard coming until the last second. I see this large object coming on my left side. I'm like, oh, and too late for me to duck out of the way. Knocked out, bounced back up, looking around. All three of you gone. No one checking in to see if I'm all right.
Well, we did. We checked in, but Rod's like, yeah, he's not moving. He's not getting up. Come on, let's get out of here. We're like, all right, let's go. And we just bolted. And well, we knew, because you know what we felt like? I don't want to be associated with this. Like, cops are going to come and handcuff me, knowing my luck. I'm like, if anyone's going to jail tonight, it's going to be Jeremiah Crow. It ain't going to be me. I had nothing to do with this. We are innocent bystanders. But anyway, another great Creative Tony story. Strange but true. I saw it myself.
Before we get on with the show, Rod had a great line. He goes, dude, I cut out because guess who everybody's going to blame? The 6'8" black dude that's walking. Yeah. And so he bolted, and Rod,
and he was demanding I go with him. He's like, Paulie, you got to come with me. I'm like, I got you, man. Let's go. We both felt like, honestly, because we knew you were okay at the end of the day. Tony's tough. He can take it. But we said, like, listen, if anyone's going down for this, it ain't going to be the 6'8" black dude. And it ain't going to be the hippie who's got like probably a ton of unmentionables in his pockets. So let's not even stick around for this S show. Let's get the hell out of here. And we did. And Tony lived to tell the tale. So everybody's okay.
And rest in peace to the J that fell out of my mouth when I got hit by the backboard. Rest in peace.
You had a little post-show J you were working on? Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, rest in peace to that J. Because that thing went flying, and I didn't have the time or the wherewithal to look for it. So, dude, great little diversion right out of the gates. But Paulie, can I just do something really quickly?
Whatever you need. Whatever you need.
Hold on. And hold on. That is for my New York Yankees, dude. Goodbye. Hey, New York Yankees.
Pelican, fly. Come on, Pelican.
Fly away, Yankees. Bye.
So, okay, see, Tony's already, there's so much we got to get into tonight. We got to talk some 49ers. We're definitely talking Major League Baseball playoffs. Phillies, let's go, kids. Come on, man. Come on, show them one time. I can't stand the Dodgers. I'm having like a visceral reaction when I see them now. I can't take it, dude. Show me. Okay.
We're going to give live updates all game long. I got the game on. Kershaw on the bump. Runners on first and second with Bryce Harper up, no outs for the Phillies. 3-1 lead in the seventh, top of the seventh. And by the way, Paulie, Shady Shohei in this series, 1 for 12.
Let me just be the first guy on the block to say this. F Shohei, what happened now?
Oh, nice catch.
All right. So listen to me. By the way, Shady Shohei calling for a phantom catcher's interference in his last at bat. Dude, cut the S, dude. Cut the freaking S. Anyway.
Oh, you want to speak about cutting the S? Hey, New Balance. I don't need to see your freaking ad every single commercial break. The whole I don't need to see it. We get it. Shohei's spokesman. Great. Dude, it's literally every single break. I'm like, what are we doing? You're gonna make me not buy New Balance, and I like New Balance.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a good shoe. It's a good company. They're the baseball turfs that I wear to coach in are New Balance.
More importantly than that, Tony, Phil Lesh used to wear New Balance. God bless his soul. And if Uncle Phil's on stage with his New Balance, I'm backing him. But no, I can't have Shohei be in the face of New Balance, dude. He's chucking his ball around with his little backwards hat on, dude. The ad infuriates me. The sight of him infuriates me. And by the way, I got a great vibe tonight on the Phillies going old school 70s powder blue, dude. That's a good. I love that uni.
Paulie, I literally said that to Dom before dinner. I said, dude, Dom, look at these uniforms. Arguably the best uniforms in baseball. Philly needs to just ditch those road grays that they have with the Phillies on it and just go back to those baby blues. And because I was telling Dom about how the Brewers used to have the baby blues, how the Expos had the baby blues, and the Phillies had the baby blues, and the Royals too had the baby blues as well. Those are great unis, man.
Hey, I want to shout out a new face I'm seeing up here. Welcome to the community, Lauren F. I don't think I've seen you before, but great to have some new faces on board tonight. S. Wong, that's my other guy, or girl. I'm not sure male, female on S. Wong, but always a pleasure to see you, S. Wong. Some other new faces. Yes, Creative Tony in the green, looking mean in green. What do you got?
You said Lauren F, and I'm just going to assume F stands for fun. Okay, so it's Lauren Fun. Okay, Lauren
Giants
F.
Baseball fun. Yeah. By the way, speaking of that New York accent with Chris Russo, the Mad Dog, Giants baseball, fun. I just reached out to Brian Stapleton today, Tony, owner of Affinities, and I said, hey, man, I want to come in with my kids and watch the Lions blow out the Chiefs on Sunday. And he was like, done. He's like, table for 3, done. It's reserved. So, yeah. So I'm looking, and I haven't been to the new Affinities yet. This will be a first for me. So Sunday I'll be over there. I'll send some videos out for the VIPs, and we'll have a good time with that. So, tonight, Tony, I want to talk about this Blue Jays-Yankees game. I watched like 95%. I also heard from our great – see, here's the one thing that I have a hard time with. Like, there are exceptions to every rule. You know who I heard from tonight? Legendary friend of the program, New York Post sports writer Mark Cannizzaro, who was at the game just as a fan. He's not even covering it. He's just as a fan. He's watching the game. He was all excited about this kid they had pitching tonight, and it was going well for the Yankees early, but – it's guys like Marky Cannizzaro that almost make me like pull up before I start riffing on the Yankees because he's such a good guy. We'll have him on the show again very soon. I love Mark. We all love Mark Cannizzaro. He's one of the best. He's one of the best sports writers in the country. On top of everything, hold on, we got Sons talking Sons of Johnny Lee. Rush just added more shows. Another show at the Garden. What are we doing? 3 now? Let's go. Let's go. And by the way, Tony, much to your delight, the Rush guys have said every night's going to have a different set. So they're going to mix. They got 45 years of material, dude. So 3 different set lists and 3 shows. I'm all over that. Thanks for the update, Sons. I had not seen that.
Yes.
But I do want to talk about that Yankee game. Tony, before we proceed, let's handle a little business. Okay, let's handle some business. Do you want to start with Longbridge or do you want to start with Stellar? I'm going to let you, dude, make the call, T. Where are we going?
Let's start with Stellar. Boom.
Okay, Stellar. Here it comes. All right, Stellar Design. This is our main man, Dami Peralta. He is the artistic director of the PMP show. You know his work. You see it all the time. He's one of the great. In fact, we're going to show you some of his latest work tonight. But let me tell you a little bit about what he does when he's not hanging out with the PMP crew and helping this show. Peralta Arts and Company is where graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture, they all collide. Peralta Arts, it's a full spectrum creative studio specializing in bold graphics, vibrant illustration, and visual storytelling, carrying forward the legendary spirit of legendary Bay Area artists. Think about striking posters, stuff like you'd see at the Fillmore, iconic album covers, like the one I got behind me right there, Draw the Line. You got immersive event branding and a unique artistic perspective. I'll say, Dom, you do have a unique perspective. So we have a little update here. We got a PMP merch drop. Dom had to move this back 5 days. It's a production delay, but stay tuned. It's coming. It's all coming through the channels right now. We have the latest piece of work, Tony, if you want to show that. It's the Sour Flower poster. Yeah, this is actually, if you see the kid in the middle on the Giant with the Giants hat on playing bass, that's our good buddy Raph, who works so closely with Marty. Raph, what time are we going to Original Joe's? Raph? Anyway, that's Raph. We love Raph. Great bass player, great band, and Sour Flower, October 11th. At the Jam Cellars in Napa. So we're looking, and the gig, by the way, is October 11th. 2025, of course. So back to the Stellar Design Spot, Tony. Let me tell you a little bit more about these guys. They channel pop culture, music, and the energy within our community into every project, whether it's logos, it's posters, fine art, brand visuals that all celebrate Bay Area culture. Your story deserves bold visuals. So think about Peralta Arts and Company, bringing them to life with Bay Area soul. Contact Peralta Arts, bring your next vision to life. It's very easy to talk to Dom. He's a real sweetheart. It's Dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design. And Tony's flashing it for you right there on the screen. And you can call Dom too if you prefer that. 650-796-3144. 650-796-3144. Thank you, Dom, so much for all you do. Dom is helping me out today. Dude, Dom is like a never-ending like force of positive energy. Yep. You can't stop him. He's like a tsunami. You can try to stop him. You can board up the windows. You know what I mean? You can put sandbags up. He's coming right through that, dude. He's going to blow right through that with the positive energy. And Dom, you have no idea how much we appreciate you, brother. So thank you. No, nothing's going to stop you, Dom. Exactly. So thanks for all you do, Dom. And thank you, Stellar Design, for supporting the show. It means a lot to us.
And Peralta Arts and Company, dude, you guys are on fire since 2014. Give me a moment, Paulie. Just give me 30 seconds. I want to run through something really quick. As you see the poster for Sour Flower right there, the gig, our buddy Roth's gig at JM Cellars. If you can get there, get there. You won't regret it. But also, Dom Peralta Arts. Here you go. Dom Peralta made this. Dom Peralta made this. He made everything that I'm going to show you right now. How about the PMP logo, Led Zeppelin style? How about the PMP logo, Metallica style? How about the PMP logo that's on the T-shirts, inspired by
the Ramones?
The Ramones, thank you. Yeah. Paulie's Punks, inspired by Motley Crue.
Too Fast for Love.
Paulie's Punks, inspired by the Cramps, right? Is that
the Misfits? The Misfits. Green Hell, Tony. Green Hell. Yeah.
Also, look at this. The Raymond Ritter retirement. We're ready for Raymond Ritter's retirement, whenever that may be. That's his vest up there in the rafters with the rest of the jerseys. Dude, the Polymac Pizza logo with the nice J in the hand, right?
Yeah.
Also the studs and duds. That's a recent creation by Dom. Then we also have the bummer bracket. Go back to the bummer bracket we did during March Madness. We also have the Trust Carlos. Okay. These are all Dom Peralta designs. And then the most recent thing that Dom did is the Polymac Particles logo, the new logo. So it's all Dom Peralta just being a badass, and Peralta Arts and Company. And we love being involved with them. So Dom, thank you, brother. I just wanted to showcase a bunch of your work. And like it says on the bottom, contact Dom, 650-796-3144. There you go, P.
Tony, great job with all that art. And I would like to say also, we got a whole bunch of updates and announcements I want to share with you guys in a second before we dive into the show. Also want to say that I saw you, Law of Awe. I just saw you scroll by, and I saw you shouting out Garbage Man by the Cramps. Dude, you're a friend of mine automatically, dude. Greatest opening line maybe of any punk song ever is in that song, The Garbage Man. Tony, the first line of the song, he goes, "You ain't no punk, you punk. You want to talk about the real junk." But I love that, dude. You ain't no punk, you punk. I love that. So Law of Awe, me and you, brother. Me and you. We got it locked down over here. Yeah.
Real quick, I see that Robot Centaur, when the sports desk of Robot Centaur speaks, I have to listen, Paulie. He says he only supports the Trust Carlos De La Fuente with the shades on.
Yeah.
So I have to give the shades, the version of the shades. So that's for Carlos De La Fuente, our main man at Flex Funding. We'll talk more about tomorrow. We love Los. And by the way, look out for Dom Peralta and Carlos De La Fuente joining me on Friday's show when Paulie will be in New York City. So looking forward to that as well. We got a lot coming up on the show tonight. And
pretty from New York City, Tony. And I want to tell you that I'm glad you mentioned that, because let's check some boxes here. So I want to let everybody know I won't be on the air Friday. I won't be on the air Monday. I won't be on the air next Wednesday, but next Thursday we return to our normal spot, 11 a.m. We'll see you then. Tuesday, our normal time. Tony will kind of guide you through the schedule on Friday with Los and Dami when they do the show. But also some other big announcements, Tony. First of all, we're going to have a conversation with Kate Scott tomorrow. Her schedule is so crazy right now. We have to tape it after the show. So we'll talk to Kate after the show. Tony will share that on the air Friday. You guys enjoy that. I'm so happy for Kate, and I know you guys are going to love that piece. So stay tuned for that on Friday. Then Tony, also, I think it's time we come out in the open with this. We're very excited to announce a couple of big events coming up in the PMP community. Starting, I got to tell you the truth, Tony, I'm kind of honored about this with this one. So on October 24th, which is a Friday, Tony and I, the PMP boys, are going to be guests in Tom Tolbert's backyard on the Friday installment of the Tom Tolbert Show. When he goes into the backyard, has a couple of beers, throws the shades. Dude, I'll throw some shades on at that broadcast. I'll look forward to that. I'll get my Bono glasses on. I'm looking forward to that. So circle your calendar. That will be our show that day. We'll kind of do a joint show on October 24th, a Friday, in Tom Tolbert's backyard.
God, when you say joint show, I kind of perked up a little bit, Paulie, because I think about, but you should maybe shave your head on the 23rd so you can join Tom and I in the bald community for one day. Just shave your head because your hair will grow back. Mine won't grow back.
I'm not so sure about that, brother. I'm not taking any chances at my age. Shaving my head, it would have done like I'm 22. I ain't messing around now. I still got a couple of strands. I want to hold them if possible. So no, I'm not taking any chances. I can't do that. I'm too vain. I'm not shaving my head. Not now. I'm too old.
That'll be a lot of fun. Fieldwork Brewing is now a sponsor for Tolbert's show, and I'm sure we'll be sipping on some good. And Fieldwork is out of Emeryville, out of Berkeley. They've been a friend of Tom and Tolbert on KMBR for years, and they've carried that through to Tom's show on the Bay Area Sports Collective, and so they're in cahoots together now. And I'm sure Paulie and I have been to the original Fieldwork store. We had one of our first Polymac Particles meetings at that store, and then we had the Bay Area. We signed the Bay Area Sports Collective contracts at Fieldwork in Emeryville. So
we had a private room reserved and everything. I felt kind of fancy that night. I'm like, oh, I must be in the VIP room. Excuse me. I'm going to the back. Yeah, don't stay out of my way. Yeah, but that was fun. And you're right. Yeah, we have a legacy with them, and it's a great sponsor for Tolbert. But wait, Tony, there's more. I'm still going, and you're involved. So that Friday will be in Tolbert's backyard, and then the very next Monday, the following Monday, we are, I think, ready to happily announce, Tony, the event. Okay, so the 27th, we are going to be broadcasting live from Longbridge Pizza before the Warriors game with our very special co-host, Tom Tolbert. Okay, so it's like a Tom Tolbert sandwich. We'll do it on Friday. We'll do it on Monday. And for the Monday show where we go live with Tom, we're gonna have some listeners come in, but I think for this one we have to give tickets away. I think we're gonna sell. They'll be very affordable. Don't even worry about it. We'll make sure they're cheap. But it's kind of a head count thing, a crowd control thing. So we're working with Neil Dinardi on that right now. But for now, just circle the date. Just circle 10/27 because we'd love to see you out there for the live broadcast, and we definitely will pack the place as much as Neil can accommodate. They do have a limit, but we'll share that as the date gets closer.
Well, and later on when we talk about Longbridge Pizza, they packed the place for that Slices for Sami fundraiser, and we'll pack the place again on October 27th before the Dubs host the Memphis Grizzlies. Tom will come over, do the show with us, and then go to Chase Center and be on the mic for Dubs Grizzlies with Tim Roy. So, and we got to get Tim Roy on the show too, Paulie. Like we haven't talked.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. Great call.
I love Tim Roy. I've always loved Tim Roy. I've always been a fan of his. And anyways, and by the way, I was texting with Ted Ramey today too. I did some work for Ted today. He asked, because I've done voiceover work for him for his San Jose Sharks stuff for years, and he asked me if I could do some revisions. So talking to Ted today, and we're going to get him on the show in the very near future. So all is well. And we've got the 24th, Tolbert's backyard, the 27th, Longbridge Pizza, Warriors, basically season kickoff hang. Basically, is what we're kind of why we're doing it, and Tolbert is fired up for the season. I'm fired up for the season. Think about it, dude. The starting five could be, I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Curry, Moody, Draymond, Butler, and Horford.
I'll take that S. And also, dude, I'm not kidding. I'm expecting a real kind of growth year for why am I blanking on his name? My boy, the big guy, the big white boy center. Come on.
Post.
Thank you, QP. I want a big, because I was so thrilled with what I saw from him last year. Now you got to assume he's going to be even better. He'll start taking some evolutionary strides. I look forward to that in a big way. Patty from Napa. Hey, I want to thank Patty from Napa too. She's a super. We'll get her up there in a second. Patty, I would like to thank you for joining our meeting today. We've been meeting with Patty behind the scenes. She's helping us out with some business affairs kind of stuff. She's helping us, Tony, with our business. And you and I are not what you would call polished businessmen. Creative Tony and I know how to do one thing: sit in front of a mic and start running our mouths. Outside of that, I'm lost in the woods, man. So Patty's coming in trying to corral all this craziness and be like, let me show you guys what a business plan looks like. I'm like, oh, what's that? So anyway, thank you, Patty. We love you so much. She says Patty is happy after Friday she can listen to the shows live. Yes, without multitasking. Retirement is imminent, and we are so happy for you, Patty. No, let me say cheers to you, or as Robert De Niro would say in The Deer Hunter, Nostrovia. So Nostrovia to you, Patty from Napa. Or as Guido the Killer Pimp says in Risky Business, who also, by the way, is Ralphie on The Sopranos, at the end of the movie, when he's selling Tom Cruise back all his furniture, he's sitting on the back of that truck and they're pulling down the street, and he opens that can of beer and he goes, salud, while he's driving away. So Patty, salud. And I'm very happy for your retirement. Cheers.
Paulie, somebody else is really happy for Patty's retirement. Really, really happy.
Oh, good for you.
Christian Bale, very happy for your retirement, Patty. And also, Paulie, I think Principal Paulie should dismiss Patty from her career, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, Principal Paulie dismissing Patty from her career.
Ladies and gentlemen, Patty from Napa, will you please report to Principal Paulie's office, ASAFNP? You notice Principal Paulie has a lot looser kind of presence on the mic than your traditional school teacher. Anyway, Patty from Napa, let me say that. Yeah, I still do that. It's out of habit. I do think it makes a difference. Cups it. So anyway, Patty, check this out. We love you. We appreciate you, and we look forward to a very happy, healthy, and rested Patty from Napa in her retirement years. And you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be part of this PMP community, like it or not. You can set up the sandbags. You can board the windows. I'll send Don Peralta up there. He'll break right through. Patty from Napa, we love you. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm back.
All right, nice. Thank you, buddy. And later on, we're gonna have Satan join the show too. Paulie, we didn't discuss it ahead of the show. But we're gonna have Satan join the show later on too, Paul. I got to say something about this Yankees Blue Jays. You wanted to talk?
I got a ton to say. Let's go. I got a ton. Let's go.
And we're gonna talk Niners too, because there's a lot to get to. We mapped out a Tony's top 3 for tonight too. So, but Paulie, I got to tip my cap to Arson Judge, because dude, he was 13 of 26 on the series. Dude.
He had a great series. He even kept him alive in the 9th inning. He got a nice knock just to keep the thing going. Even he doesn't have the team around him, obviously.
Scalding hot, dude. But you know what, Arson? Karma is a bitch, dude. Because you know what? I don't know, man. Like you created some really bad karma for yourself with that whole Giants crap a couple years ago. So. And we saw it in 2024 when he dropped the fly ball and they had the. And by the way, Jazz Chisholm, dude, you need to check yourself, man. There's a lot of pizzazz. There's a lot of flair. There's a lot of
his name Jazz. You know what I mean? Jazz. Yeah, call me Jazz. Right. Tony, you know what? From now on, call me Rhythm and Blues, if you don't mind. Just call me Rhythm and Blues. Yeah. I
know the ball that he made an error on in the 8th inning was roped. It was ripped, But as we teach the youngsters, get in front of the baseball. You're a second baseman. Knock it down. You have the shortest throw to make. Knock it down. Make the play, especially if a ball hit that hard. You're a professional athlete getting paid gajillion amount of dollars. But, dude, John Smoltz, who is incredible on the mic.
Yeah, I like him, too. He is money. He sees so much cool stuff. Okay, keep coming because I'm excited to share stuff with you. But go ahead.
He's incredible on the mic. I love his analysis. And he said, oh, funny. Chisholm's wearing like a light blue glove tonight. He had a yellow glove last night. I'm not saying that's the reason he made the error, but brand new glove or a different glove. Like for me, dude, baseball is all about that one glove that you play with every single freaking night. And it's like your extension of your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, exactly. Me too. Let me wristband up, dude. If we're talking one glove, you better glove up, dude. And let me get my Brent Mead wristband up. It's like one of the only pieces of actual MLB uniform memorabilia that I own. Former Giant catcher Brent Main gave me this. So hold on, let me
it's the best.
All right, now we're in business. Now we're ready to go. Okay.
And why do you do that, Paulie? I just got to applaud the Phillies for playing small ball, dude. They just bunted runners over to second and third. It's 4-1 Phillies in the 8th inning. Runners on second and third with 1 out. I don't know who's coming up to the plate right now. Oh, Trey Turner.
Hey, Tony, hold on one second, my man. I have another request. I just wristbanded up. You've just won. I feel like Billy Idol when I do this. Flash for fantasy. Remember, I used to throw the fists up. Tony, do me a favor and bust out totally. Flash. Do me a favor, bust out the Tony One Glove track just for my head, real quick.
Yeah. Stand by. Let me take that up real quick because it's. Okay. I want to give it the right volume and the right girth that it deserves. Which one? Well, hold on. We've got Shank's version or we've got Pine Needle's version.
That's your choice. Maestro's choice.
Oh, let's go the original.
Okay. He knows the streets, dude. He knows the streets.
He's got the top 3. He wears a beach robe from the streets.
Yeah.
Of San Carlos.
Streets.
Raised in the fog. Trained in the flame. Yet you know this gangster's name. There's only one gangster we all love. Tony One Glove.
Hell yeah, that's hitting right tonight, man. You know what? Hey, I'll take this as the Super Bowl halftime show. Something a little bit less controversial. Everybody's all upset. How about we slide this right in, dude, right on the 50-yard line? There's only the one gangster we love. Boom, 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 boom. Tony One Glove. Ba, 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 ba. Let me hear the other version, too, real quick. So rock me out real quick, man.
Dude, hold on. Hang on. Well, you know what? I don't know which version to play you. Here we go. Oh, incredible. By the way, from the sports desk, Schwarber just went deep, Paulie, off Kershaw. Kershaw's postseason struggles continue.
Go sit down, Tubby. Hey, take your big beer belly and go sit down and scribble some more hateful messages on your hat. Have a good time. Tremendous, Tony. I asked you, you giveth. So thank you so much for that, Tony. I want to go right back to that Yankee series real quick, if you don't mind, because post game, I was watching Derek Jeter, who, by the way, just looked wounded. It must be the way Steve Young feels when or Joe Montana or Jerry Rice when they watch like the modern day Niners go to the Super Bowl and lose. They just sit home and they're like, this is not how it's done, you guys. And I had that vibe coming off Jeter tonight. And I loved everything Derek Jeter said. He goes, watch the way the Blue Jays play the game. They're not swinging for the fence on every pitch. They're putting the ball in play. And they did it all night. They had 2-out hits. They were putting guys on base, constantly applying pressure to Yankee pitching, making them navigate out of situations with men on base. I think that element of baseball, Tony, has kind of been lost over the past 5 years with this kind of new approach where every swing has to be a home run or you're not playing the game right or some nonsense.
Dude, you said all night. They've been doing it all night. Really quickly, I'm going to say all night party. Give me a song with all night. Come on, just give me a song with all night. right?
I'm going to do this one for Patty, the soon-to-be retiree. We get up in the morning and we work all day, for all night long, better than down, baby, all night long, better than there. Is that who's singing that one, Patty? Help me out. Is that Glenn Fry? No, it can't be. Help me out. Anyway, I know it's an Eagles tune, all night long. Go ahead, T.
And you shook me all night long too, Paulie.
Sure.
Stand by, dude. Karen Bell on fire right now with Supers. Stand by.
Joe Walsh. I should know better. Thank you, Patty. My bad. I gotta be better. I gotta know my Joe Walsh. That's on me.
It's my favorite Eagle for sure. Trying to be clever. Can't think of anything. Just Uli Roth.
Uli Roth. What do you want me to get this involved again on a night flight? I will. I'll bring them right back if I have to. Right back.
Into the mouth, dude. Oh my god.
So Karen yesterday was dropping major Scorpions knowledge, and the reason I broke this out is because the record is blackout. I had another blackout yesterday. Yes, Losty, I am a blackout magnet. But no, Karen Bell. Yeah, we'll talk Uli Roth any day. You know who's a big fan? Patrick Connor. Once again, you and Pecan got to hang out and talk Scorpions. He'd be perfect for you. Okay, so and thank you, Karen, so much. Thank you very much. We got other supers up there.
Karen is a second super. She came back and doubled up on the superness. She said, by the way, superness, I just made up a word. Better thoughtfulness and cleverness. Congrats, Patty. Love you. She was sending her love to Patty from Napa on her retirement. Karen, thank you. And when if you're still working, whenever you call it quits, we'll tip the cap to you too. So thank you, Karen, so much for the supers, and keep rocking the red frames, and come out to Longbridge Pizza on October 27th, Monday, October 27th for our next PMP hang. So
by the way, Hum Daddies with a pretty funny riff right there. He's like, Karen Bell's making it rain, dude, just chucking bills at us. Is Karen still up there, dude? Am I wrong, or do I see more supers from Karen Bell? I think I see more.
No, I played two. I showed both. Yeah, she has two, and I showed both. We're good.
Okay.
But Paulie, back to what you're saying about
those. G's playing the actual game of baseball. They're putting guys on base. They're moving guys around the bags. They're scoring runs. Yes, that's the game. That's baseball.
50 hits in 4 games, dude.
See? Exactly.
34 runs in 4 games. And dude, shout out Ernie. First of all, the name Ernie Clement for the Blue Jays, dude. The guy was on fire. I think he was 9 for 12. No, 9 for 11. 9 for 11 in the last couple games. On fire. You could not keep him off the bases. And John Smoltz broke down his swing. And I was thinking the same thing when Smoltz was talking about it. Is what we try to teach is the short swing. Don't try and pull the ball when you're facing major velocity. Don't try and pull the ball. Take it the other way. Hit it where it's pitched, all that stuff. And this kid Clement look out for the Blue Jays, man. They are playing good ball, dude.
You know what? I think, so let's go from there to the other series, which is now tied to 2 games apiece. That's what I love, is kind of a non-emotionally involved viewer of the postseason, which I am. I mean, I guess I'm rooting for the Phillies to beat LA, obviously. I do like the Brewers, but right now I'm kind of falling for this Blue Jay team, dude. I mean, I'm happy Rush is going back out on tour. This is Getty's team, and I say go Jays as far as I'm concerned. So Tigers in Seattle knotted up at 2. Who do you like in game 5? If you have any feeling about it. Do you have any?
I want Tigers all day. But again, whoever wins that game, whoever wins game 5, I'm happy for, and I'll root for against the Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays 2016, they've been there. Like the Mariners and Tigers, especially the Tigers, dude. Like I root for that city of Detroit, just like I'm rooting for the Lions. By the way, Lions go into are they at Detroit or at KC this weekend?
What are you talking about? Oh, the Lions are at Kansas City. Yes.
At KC. So go into Arrowhead. It's not called Arrowhead anymore. I forget what it's called. It's some sponsorship now.
It's called Douchebag Park. If you don't mind, I'm sorry. It slipped out. But it is. They might as well call it D-Bag Park for Patrick Mahomes. How much complaining will he do on the national stage this week? I look forward to that. I talked to my son James today, Tony, and I was like, he was all excited. He was like, Dad, we're going to get to watch Mahomes get blown out by the Lions together. I'm like, I can't wait, James. Me and you, buddy. We'll be at Finnerty's watching that bad boy.
I love it. And by the way, Paulie, a couple points that I want to get to that you mentioned also. Like the love we have for Mark Cannizzaro is deep, right? And so, yes, I hear you when you talk about that, because one of my dear friends here in town, Josh Zarur, he is a Yankees and Chiefs fan.
Whoa,
So,
dude. Whoa. That's almost too much to handle. You got one is enough, not both. You know what I mean?
It's a lot. And yesterday he was out at our practice.
Is he a Laker? He must like LeBron too. I'm just taking a guess. He's probably a LeBron James fan. Am I right? Right?
But he goes, "Hey, I'm looking forward to hearing your show today." I go, "I don't think
not
you are."
really. I don't think you are, dude. You should probably, and don't take it personally. This has nothing to do with him. What's the guy's name?
Josh.
Hey, Josh, if you're watching, bro, it's all love, dude. Tony and I are peaceniks. We're tree huggers. But I tell you what, I hate the Chiefs' guts. Hate their guts. I really do.
He's an example of the Marky Cannizzaro that makes it tough. Like, you feel for this. And I said, I hope it goes 5. I told him, I said, I hope it goes 5. Because I'm a baseball junkie and I love postseason baseball. Like, seriously, you said it a few minutes ago. Postseason baseball, even when you're not emotionally invested, is so entertaining. The drama of
every pitch, every freaking pitch, dude. Every pitch it's on. Now,
by the way, Shohei now 1 for 13.
F him. Hey, Shohei, right here. Doubles, dude. Right at you, Shohei. And Tony, since we mentioned the Chiefs-Lions game, I want to make another quick programming note just for everybody because I forgot to do this earlier. Tony and I are actually going to give you guys a special installment of the Hot and Sour Picks. We'll do it tomorrow. And I would say the percentages are pretty high, Tony, that I will be looking at that Lions game. I can't wait to talk about that game, actually. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, law of all. We're tree-hugging Chief, Packer, Cowboy haters just like me. And, hey, law of all, as far as you and I are concerned, we're talking Poison Ivy, Lux Interior, and the Cramps on top of everything else. We'll take that one amongst ourselves. Okay, Tony, so...
Hold on. One other stat that John Smoltz dropped on the Blue Jay Yankee broadcast. And this was in the 7th inning. So there are still 2 more innings of at-bats to go through. So I don't know what the final total was. But in the 7th inning, he tallied there were 40 2-strike pitches thrown by the Yankees, right? Only 3 strikeouts by the Blue Jays. I mean, dude, that's incredible. And then Brian Johnson followed that up with, oh, by the way, in the 3 games, they've only had 10 strikeouts in the 3 games prior to that. So this team just doesn't strike out. They put the ball in play, and I love their approach to the plate, man. So if the Blue Jays were to go and win it all, then yes, maybe it's just vibes for Geddy Lee, vibes for Rush, and right, and
yeah.
And, I mean, give me a Blue Jays Brewers World Series then.
You know what? I would actually take that. I'd be pretty happy about that. And Tony, if you don't mind, I need another acknowledgement sounder if you could, because I understand Doug from Japan is with us. Would you mind giving Doug his proper salute just to welcome him to the mainland here in the States?
Stand by.
All right, Toto!
That thing is getting better each week. Give him a double shot. 2 for Doug in Japan.
We'll give him the original shot.
Hey, Doug is a super. Doug's a super. Let's get his what's the currency he's dealing with right now, Tony?
Stand by.
All right, Toto!
Hey, man. Doug, we appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for joining us tonight. All right, Tony, I'm going to let you tackle this one. Go ahead, man.
Dude, Doug, you are a freaking champion, dude. And first of all, I love the profile pic. And also he says, here's to Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne. He just gave us a super of 1,084 yen. So if you look at the number, it's 10 for Mac Jones and 84 for Kendrick Bourne. The Bourne identity, born to run. Dude,
born under a bed, Tony. You know what I mean? Born in the USA.
Nah, totally.
You know?
Totally.
Yes. Black Sabbath, born again.
Ooh, nice. Born to be my baby.
Born to be wild. Steppenwolf.
Born to be Wild, which has a great jam, by the way.
How about this one from the 70s? I have no idea who sang this, but it was one of those disco songs, and I actually like it a lot, like very Studio 54. Tony, this one where it's like, yes, we were born to be alive. Remember that one? Because we was born Born to be alive. Who's with me on that one? Anybody? I remember that when I was a kid. Tony, also, I wanted to say I have an update. Let's do some Niner health and reporting, by the way, because we're talking Niners a little bit. And thank you, Doug in Japan. We love you, buddy. Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings, all three of those guys did not practice today. Flying to Tampa on Friday. I'm going to assume Mac Jones is getting a start, T. I assume he's under center down in Florida.
Sorry, man, because this guy's a homophobe and he puts hate messages on his baseball hat, I just want to update everybody on the stat line for Clayton Kershaw tonight before we get back into Niners football, dude. 2 innings pitched, Paulie. 6 hits.
Good.
5 runs.
That's what you get. That's what you get, dude. That's what you get for writing hateful nonsense on your hat. You think that's a good example for kids teaching hate? I don't.
3 walks and 2 home runs given up in 2 innings, dude.
I love it. I couldn't be happier. And you talked about it earlier tonight about karma. You know what I mean? Karma's a bitch, man. You see what I'm saying, Kershaw? Karma's a bitch. That's what you get.
Before we get to Niners, Candlestick Kid checking in with the super. F the Doyers. Yes, dude. F them for life.
Yeah.
For life. And there are, like I think we said before the playoffs started, there were 3 teams that I did not want to see advance, and it was the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Yankees. 2 out of 3 so far. If the Phillies could take care of business, take that series to 5 games, man. Bring it, get that series back to Philly. Game 5 in Philly would be bonkers. Bonkers. I mean,
it would be like borderline full-scale riot. You know what I mean? It really would be out of control. But again, I got to be honest. I can only report my own experiences. And when I did go to Philly in 2011, I thought their fans were actually really cool. It's not like the Eagles. It's not like the Flyers. And it's not like Kate Scott's 76ers. Those people are animals. But the Phillies fans that I encountered were actually all pretty cool. And I was surprised. I was ready. I'm like, all right, when's the first beer going to hit me? And it never happened. They were actually super cool. So
2 dear friends, Coach Bob right here in town, who I coach soccer with for their 4th season going, huge Eagles fan. Also my friend Antonio, who moved back to Philly, huge Eagles fan, obviously. Great people, passionate people. They care about their teams, but they're not the the jackasses that are throwing the stuff at players and throwing the stuff on the field and stuff. They're not those kind of people. Hey man, as we were told as kids, Paulie, all it takes is one bad apple to spoil the bunch.
Well, ain't that the damn truth? And shout out to Allison Chain's Rotten Apple. You know, yeah, no, all day, all freaking day. Lane Staley, rest in peace. I miss you. Hey, I also want to shout out to Rocco, dude. I don't believe I've seen you before, Rocco. Welcome aboard. If I have, my apologies. But always good to have a Rocco in the community. Tony,
do you think it's Rocco Mediate, the golfer, or is it Rocco Baldelli, the former Twins manager, who's also a fish head? Which one do you think?
I'd prefer neither. I would hope that it would be Rocco, Al Pacino's bodyguard in The Godfather. You know what I mean? That's Rocco. That's the guy who always was watching Michael Corleone's back. Bodyguard Rocco. Keep an eye on that guy. He's always in the shadows, but he's part of it. He's right there. Tony, back to the Niners. We were talking about Purdy, Pearsall, Jennings not practicing. Here's some good news. Malik Mustafa is coming back. That will be nice to get him back out there at safety. He'll be playing on Sunday.
Paulie, just because I'm a grammar hound and I'm a fan of the English language, I'm a fan of pronunciation. It's Malik. Malik,
my bad. No, you're right. I should not mispronounce names. Thank you. Yes.
Good. Oh, good. I just wanted to, oh, by the way.
Good. He goes, good. Now that you got that, good. Yeah.
Can I just show this? This is my phone. I just paused the Dodger game. Look at all the empty seats behind home plate right now.
No, you see what I'm saying, dude? F them, dude. F the whole lot of them down there. You know?
That's a beautiful sight. God, is that a beautiful sight? All those empty seats behind in a playoff baseball game. Right. Oh, that's the best.
Sorry. And what inning? What's the score and what inning is it, T?
8th inning, and it's 8-1, Paulie. 8-1.
Fantastic. Let's do it again tomorrow, Phillies. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's turn the heat up on these jackasses. So Mustafa coming back, Tony, and it sounds like there is a little bit of optimism in the corner of George Kittle right now. Starting to sound like the reports coming out of Santa Clara today, they were saying there is a chance that George Kittle could be back week 7. Which would be great. That's the week after the Tampa Bay game. How's your, as the week evolves, like you always kind of You go through different feelings. Like on Monday, especially after a win, I'm like, oh, we got this, bro. We freaking got this. But then as the week goes on, you see injury reports, you start seeing spreads, you're like, start getting a little more uptight. I expect a really hard-fought, tough game on Sunday. As I said, I think Monday and Tuesday, both shows this week, I think this could be a playoff preview. I think the Niners could wind up seeing the Bucs in the postseason. And I'm just throwing this out there. You have to take Tampa Bay seriously. This is not like a pushover team. This might be the best team they've seen so far this year. So how you feeling about just the matchup on a Wednesday night?
I'm feeling better because the Bucs are banged up too, man. I was actually texting with some of the PNP Familia earlier about, dude, their defensive backfield. Jamel Dean did not practice today, starting cornerback. His backup, Benjamin Morrison, didn't practice today. Also, on the other side of the ball, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Bucky Irving, all didn't practice today. I think Godwin's resting because he did play last week, but he didn't practice today. So both teams are banged up, man. But you look at the Niners and who didn't practice today, and my goodness, is it a long list, dude. I mean, Purdy, Pearsall, McCaffrey, Jennings, Gross Matos, Collins, Robert Beal, Trent Williams. None of those people practiced today. So Juwan Jennings, I'm hoping they're being cautious and just didn't practice him today, and that he's back because he's got ribs and ankle issues and shoulder.
And a shoulder, yeah.
But Pearsall, don't expect Pearsall back this Sunday. But if we can get Jennings back, and then, I don't want Purdy to come back unless he feels really, really good and the toe has made immense progress, which I don't think is happening. I think you got to give Purdy maybe, I don't know, what week's the bye week? I didn't look at the Niners schedule. If we take it to the bye week, I don't know what week their bye week schedule. I should look at that. But if you can give Purdy some rest and play Mac Jones again, it's not a quarterback controversy, it's a quarterback luxury, right?
I like that. And let me tell you something, Tony. How do you feel about me saying this? This might be a little controversial, but to your point, I'd rather Brock continue to get healthy because, like a lot of people, Brent Jones was telling us this last Thursday night. Brent Jones was saying, dude, turf toe injuries, they linger and nag you all year long. And the more you get out there on it and get stepped on and have other stuff going on, like all kind of crazy stuff going on NFL football fields, the likelihood of him re-aggravating that or even making it worse is pretty significant. So how do you feel about me saying this, Tony? I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Go.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing Mac Jones again. Like, I'm serious. Like, he really won me over last Thursday. That was such a gutsy performance. He got his ass handed to him multiple times to the point where late in the fourth quarter, he was getting up off the field and Tony was like, oh, geez, look at this. His pants came down. Like, and they're like right in the middle of the game. I was like, wait, what? And I looked up and he was like pulling his pants up. Like his undies were showing, bro, on the field. I don't know how many of you caught that. And the way Tony said it very matter-of-factly, oh, geez, look at this. His pants came down. I was like, oh, you don't see that every day.
To Mac Jones's credit, the undies were red. So he was color coordinated underneath the brown pants.
That's a great freaking call, dude. How many of you got, tell me the truth, raise your hand or type it on the screen. How many of you guys wear red undies on game days? Tell me the truth. I don't think I own red undies, dude. There's no such thing in my house. But I would. Maybe I should get some Niner undies. Do you have any Niner undies? How about this conversation? Does anybody out there have Niner undies? Raise your hand.
Too bad. Maybe I should get these for the show. I don't have Niner undies, but I do have Mad Bum undies because he was sponsored by somebody.
I got them too. I got them. They're like skin tight, dude. They're absurd. Yeah, I got those too. They gave me a pair of those. Yeah. No, they're like ribbed, dude. They're right. They have like ridges on them, bro. No, I'll never. I mean, I put those on once just to see what was going. I felt like freaking Zoolander. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, this. I don't want anybody seeing me in these things, man.
Paulie, I got to be honest, they became my favorite undies for
really?
years. Oh, because I love, as Dan Cilio said way back when in like 1998, I loved the gription on the boxers. But the best part about this was a promotion. I forget what company it was, but they sent all of us these Mad Bum boxer shorts, and on the ass it said Mad Bum. on the ass.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather see. Well, I don't even want to get into it. No, let's not even get down that road. But no, dude, I don't have any red undies. But you're right, he did have the red undies on. But my original point is, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Mac Jones play again. Like, I don't think that makes me a bad Niner fan. It just means I really liked what I saw from him, and I really like the way the team seems to be responding to him. Just as a guy, like as a. I wouldn't call him a journeyman because he hasn't been around long enough, but he had a not so great time in New England. This is where Shanahan comes into play, man. I know a lot of people don't like Shanahan, but I would say consider what Mac Jones looked like in New England compared to what he looks like now. And I credit Kyle Shanahan for that. I really do.
Oh, dude, Shanahan is, again, 4-1 with all this. We should be so thankful and appreciative that they're 4-1. It's incredible that they're 4-1 and with all the stuff going on. And Paulie, it's quick diversion. When we were talking about Mad Bum, I just want to retell a story real quick about Shannon, Kaler, and I used to have to go down to the bunker, which is no longer KMBR's property anymore.
I got kicked out. Pack your stuff. You're out. It's like, wow, it's pretty hard. So what's in there now? Honestly, what's in the bunker now? What?
I don't know. Store. It's like boxes. I don't know. Storage.
I can see. I can see getting involved. Hey, Larry Bayer, I'll take it from here. It's my room now. It's the Marty and Lori broadcast booth. It's mine. I could just see him moving his stuff in there.
Dom Peralta just nailed it on the chat, and I'm telling that story right now. So Shannon and I used to go in and sit down on media day when all the players would come to the ballpark in February before they went down to spring training. And we
Kaler had a set of balls on him, dude, doing some of this stuff. He really did. Kid had a big pair of balls on him. Yeah.
So we would sit down and we would write out all these letters and have them printed out. And some of them were kind of like, we would encourage them to ad lib. That's where Bochy did ones about the size of his head. Tim Lincecum talked about legalize it, don't criticize it. And this is stuff. And then I wrote one that said Mad Bum, Bumgarner, Lefty, whatever all of his nicknames, right? And then now back to Giants baseball. That's all it said was Mad Bum, Madison, Mad Bum. I don't care what you call me. Now back to Giants baseball. But he took it upon himself to ad lib and say, Madison, Mad Bum, just give me the effing ball. And that was his ad lib. And Shannon and I looked at each other like, gold. We struck gold, dude. And so that was Madison just being the coolest cat around. I know people, I don't know. I like the snot.
I'm going to sing Tony's praises for a second. This kid right here is the best creative director they ever had. And I don't know who the creative director is now. Oh, wait a second. There is no such thing. There's no such position. Tony was the last of the Mohicans. There's no more creative director. The entire position is gone. Yeah, we don't need one. We're fine. By the way, wow, don't get me going. But anyway, I would say whoever was a creative director now would have a lot to answer to and a lot to live up to, but there's no such position anymore. I shouldn't even be laughing. It's actually kind of sad. But that's the state of things, man. That's kind of the state of things. There's no more creative director position. That is some wild stuff. All right, Tony, I want to give some love to Longbridge Pizza. Let's give them some love. These are our guys, man. Longbridge Pizza, they were like there at the earliest days. And so was Low Steve, by the way. Low Steve's an OG too, man. He came in really early with us. And that's so meaningful, man. But it was Longbridge first, Neilton. Oh, dude, I meant to say this. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Yankees Jays tonight. 7th inning. They trot out this reliever. I hadn't seen this guy. I don't know his first name. Forgive me, but his last name is Little. This guy, this reliever on the Jays, Little, did a great job, by the way. I think it had a 1-2-3 inning. I see Neil Denardi's face on Little. Did you see him? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Look up the reliever for the Jays, last name Little. I saw some Denardi in there, dude. I saw some Neil Denardi, who's our patron saint of Longbridge Pizza, owner and proprietor of Longbridge Pizza on 3rd Street, 2347. We talked about the special events we'll be having there. We're very excited about this on October 27th. If you're just joining the show, we will totally, Dom, the mug of Neil Denardi. It's one of my favorite mugs of all time. When I see Neil Denardi, like my mood improves. I feel good. I'm like, look at that guy. I love this guy. So Neil Denardi was like, hey, you guys, come on back to Longbridge. Let's have a joint broadcast with Paulie Mack, Creative Tony, and Tom Tolbert. We're going to do that on the 27th before the Warrior game that night. So Tom will join us. We'll do a show, and then he's going to go down the street and actually, obviously call the game on the radio. But we'll look forward to that at Longbridge. We'll have tickets that we'll have to sell for that one because it's just there's going to be too many people that want to come. So we got to make sure that we control the numbers there. So more information on that. But that's the generosity of Neil Dinardi saying, dudes, come into my place, use the back room. It'll be great. That's what the Vibe Tribe is all about. It's like the food is fantastic, but then there's like this vibe in there that Neil is all about, dude. Neil's he's one of us, man. He's like a hippie guy, loves the dead, loves fish. When you go in there, I've talked about this, the playlist that these guys play, Steven and Andre, they put these playlists together. It's the best music I've ever heard at any restaurant. And you know me, I'm a music fanatic, and I hear like a lot of my favorites when I go in there. So you should check it out. I'm sure you'll be thrilled, just as we are, not only for the partnership, but also the food is tremendous. We talked about the sourdough crust, the tomato sauce that Neil makes by hand. He has the tomatoes flown in. He's very particular about which tomatoes he chooses, winds up not using some of them, only the good ones. Sourdough crust, Polymac pizza, Nico pizza. Tony, you can list some of your favorites. I'll let you finish the spot, but I just want to say thank you, onward and upward to Longbridge Pizza. We freaking love you guys, and we'll see you on the 27th.
I just want to share this right now, Paulie. I want to congratulate Longbridge Pizza on a very successful fundraiser, Slices for Sami, and their buddy Sami, who was had a cycling accident in the dog patch. And they posted this video, and it was just basically at the end of the night, there's all the pizzerias that gathered together and raised money. I think they raised thousands of dollars for Sami and his recovery. And it's Chido's Pizza, it's Evolution Bake, it's Fox Pizza Marin, it's Harrison Pizza, it's Pie on the Fly, and it's Longbridge Pizza. And they all got together at Longbridge, and they did this fundraiser for their buddy in the dog patch, Sami. And that's what Neil does. He rallies people together, and they all went into the kitchen of Longbridge and made pizzas together, and then had a party for Sami. And there's Neil just holding court at the table. And then you see him in the kitchen. He's making a Caesar salad. By the way, don't sleep on the Caesar salad. My son, Dom, and my daughter, Olivia, are Caesar salad judges, and they gave it a 9 out of 10. And that's the only Caesar salad they give a higher ranking to in their Caesar salad scale is the Caesar salad at the Iron Gate here on the peninsula. But look at that. There's Neil. Croutons. He's putting the croutons. He's doing it up. Anyways, we love Neil, and we love the whole vibe and the familial aspect that comes with Neil and Andrew and Steven and Gabino and freaking Andre. Everybody there, they're all about the family, and you go there and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. And also, if you can't make it there, if you just want to have delivery or pickup, go to longbridgepizza.com and order out, and they will take care of you. And they can also do private parties. They can also do corporate events. They can also do private parties at Longbridge, all the above. So it's just, I'll never forget the day we got the email from Neil saying, are you guys looking for sponsors? And the rest is history. And now we're having a party on October 27th in, just perfect Neil fashion. He's like, hey, we're closed on Mondays. Why don't we do it on Mondays so we can just have the run of the joint with the PMP Familia? He's like, we won't even be distracted by, like worrying about anything else. We'll open up when we're closed on our off day. We'll open up for the PMP Familia and do a broadcast and do a show and go Dubs. That's all.
I got to say one other thing about Neil Dinardi that I just love, and I want to share this about him. Like, he's such a no nonsense, to the point guy. And this has nothing to do with his restaurant or his food. This is just about the guy, Neil Dinardi. Tony, when the Dead did those 3 days in Golden Gate Park in August, I had the hell of a time finding Patty from Napa, hell of a time finding Bonnie, Scarlet Fire. It was tough. Obviously, Tony, there's 70,000 people going crazy out there. It's not easy to find people because there's no sections. You can't say, hey, I'm in section 24. It was just a polo field, man. It was a sea of humanity. But check this out. Check out the gangster that is Neil Dinardi. Tony, back at the back of the polo field, they had this really cool, it was like a psychedelic windmill that had all these lights on it. So when the lights would go down, you would see like this windmill just spinning with all these crazy lights on it. So before the show on day 3, Neil Dinardi goes, Paulie, I'm at the windmill. Look for the blue dancing bear. Done. I started walking over there. Bam, there he is right there. It was the only time I was able actually to find somebody that weekend. I did see Scarlet Fire, but it was a total fluke. It was between sets and I saw her walking by. I'm like, oh, Scarlet Fire. But Neil Dinardi, Windmill, Blue Dancing Bear, I'll see you in 5 minutes. And we did. So again, just the organizational skills, Tony, of a Dinardi. You know what I mean?
And he does it in such the chilled, most relaxed. He was making pizzas at our school festival last weekend while also catering a private party blocks away and talking to him. And you would have thought that it was like an off day, chilling out with Neil. I mean, it was crazy. And you said earlier that people were going crazy in Golden Gate Park, and it made me think of going crazy.
And Diamond Dave once again from the heat, dude. Diamond Dave, is that the one where he's climbing the mountain, dude? No, that's Living in Paradise. This must be just like living in paradise, dude. Climbing up like Yosemite like mountainsides. It was insane. That's David Lee Roth for you, by the way. Tony, I got a quick question. Speaking of music, I'm literally sitting on a plane Friday morning. My flight's at extremely early in the morning, so I'm out that day. Can you just show me your hand real quick? Because you're in charge of the musical assignment. Do you have any? Thank you. Do you have any idea like what the assignment would be? I just want to play along. I'm not going to be involved, but I can send you a song.
Wow. That's a really good question. I feel like, Niners at Tampa Bay. Niners 4-1.
They're playing the Pirates. They're playing the Buccaneers. So something. I don't know. You know.
I think we should think about this and give it. Well, we have to give it tonight.
Sounds about because pirates travel on boats, right? Ships or whatever. Ship of fools. I don't know.
Oh, very interesting.
Noemi is saying Florida bands. Here comes Marky Graves. That's actually a pretty interesting idea too. Plane song. Sounds about traveling. Sounds about flying on a plane, traveling, flying. That's cool, Gravy.
Gravy. I think you're onto something with the plane songs. Yeah. I mean, because they're taking a cross-country flight and don't sleep on the effects that has. So yeah, let's go plane songs. Let's go
flying high again. Bow, 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 flying high. Come on and join them. Yeah.
Or big old jet airliner.
Or dude, weird. I think this is Rags. Rags knows all the old 60s stuff. Who is this? The Guess Who? The one that goes, give me a ticket on an aeroplane. I ain't got time to make a fast train or whatever. Is that the Guess Who, Rags? Rags would know. He'll know. In any case, so Tony, that's cool. I like the concept. Thank you, Gravy. Planes, flying, traveling. There it is, Tony. Get in there and have a good time with that. Can I?
And we've talked about the Tom Petty learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Isn't it learning to fly where he says? Where he has the breakdown and he quiets down. He says, just for one moment.
No, that's Mystic Eyes.
Oh, that's Mystic Eyes. Okay.
Yeah, that's Mystic. Oh, the box tops. Thank you, guys. Yeah, dude, you guys are good. You guys are damn good. Multiple box tops on that one. Rags coming in. Here's Rags. Slaughter. Fly to the Angels, dude. You know what I mean? That's Rags. I love that, Rags. Yeah.
Also, what will qualify for this is not just songs about planes, but songs about flying. Like you said, flying high again, Paulie, or come fly with me, fly away, right? Isn't that a song by Lenny
I'm going to do this one. Here's my song right now. I want to do the Bruce Springsteen cover of Creedence Clearwater's Traveling Band, which is Bruce tears that to shreds. And the first line of the song is 747 coming out of the sky. I want to move. Playing in a traveling band. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm getting carried away now, Tony. Let me do this. Can we get a Tony's top three, if I may, on a Wednesday as we get ready to wrap things up? Give me a top three. It's been too long.
Wow, look at you, buddy.
A lot of demands. I'm making demands on my way out the door, if you don't mind.
Look
at you. He says, look at you. Yeah.
There's also something I want to do before the end of the show is our dear friends, Will and Rebecca Sparks. And we want to talk about their daughter, Sophia, and a gig that they have coming up.
Let's do that first. Let's do that. arrow Tony's top 3. Let's do the Will gig first. I'm glad you got into that. Yes, let's go.
Rebecca Sparks, she was the executive producer of High Sierra Music Festival in Quincy, California. Well, it had many iterations, but the most recent was Quincy, California. The best music festival I ever attended because it wasn't too small and it wasn't too big. It was just right. Rebecca did a great job, but we met her husband Will at Sound Summit, and we began a beautiful friendship with the two of them. And they would come on to the Polly's podcast to promote High Sierra's lineup every year. Well, it turns out that Rebecca has moved on from High Sierra, and now their daughter, Sophia, is a badass on the mandolin, dude. And so she's playing bluegrass music, and she's in a band now called Sweet Sally, and they're opening up. They have a gig on October 18th at the Great American Music Hall, the best freaking venue in San Francisco, in my humble opinion. The Great American Music Hall. They're opening up for another really good band, Brothers Comatose. So Brothers Comatose is playing, but they're opening up for them, Sweet Sally. And I just wanted to get that out there. And I also wanted to just, if you wouldn't mind, Paulie, just give a little taste of what, I mean, I say kids, because Sophia, I don't know how old Sophia is. I want to say she's still a teenager. I'm pretty sure
she's a cute kid. And Tony, while we're talking Sally, let's talk sneaking Sally down the alley. The last time you took me to a Fish show, it was a long time ago. It was a very long time ago, but I saw Fish with you at the Bill Graham Civic. And I remember, for me personally, I'm not like you. I don't know every little nook and cranny, but I would say this: that was my favorite song of the night. Sneaking Sally down the alley. If I may.
Paulie, and if you might, Paulie, that is a rarity what you saw. They do not play that song very often. They don't cover that song very often. So when you saw that, I was like, "Ooh, Paulie's getting a treat."
They hit it pretty hard too. I remember that they were just giving it the business. That song.
They give it the business every time they play it. They do it.
How many want a tour kind of thing, or not even?
Yeah, like once or twice a tour. I would say. But it was. Yeah, you saw a damn good version too at Bill Graham Civic. That was just, come on, man, what are we doing? But anyway, here's Sweet Sally. This is an original song they wrote called Anchor, and just check this out. Let me make sure that this is showing up on the screen. Yeah, and but look at this. That is Sophia.
That's the next generation right there. Yeah, that's Will's daughter on the far left. Yeah, and she's 17. Will says she's 17 now.
Nice. And she's wearing the Rocky Grass hat, it's a festival in Colorado that I want to get to. It's in the town of Lyon, Colorado, and I've always wanted to get to, but she's wearing the Rocky Grass hat. Here we go. Here's a taste. Stand by.
There's a dark, long shadow follows me.
I mean, dude, you want to talk about feeling good about the future? Is watching this group of girls, this trio, Sweet Sally. It makes me feel good about the future, Paulie.
Leave that picture there. Leave that picture there for the rest of the show, or at least for the next couple of minutes. That's a good look at these guys. And by the way, I'm just realizing other great rock and roll moments involving the word Sally, the name Sally. Dude, I'm just remembering one of the songs I sang Saturday night with the Almonds tribute band, the Freestone Peaches, was Ain't Wasting Time No More. And there's a lyric, I think the opening lyric of the second verse goes, "Lord, Lord, Miss Sally, why are you crying? Been around here 2 long days, looking like you're dying." But anyway, yeah, I had my own little Sally moment up there at Sweetwater. But this is great. Will, congratulations. Your daughter's talented. This is only the beginning. Long may they wave. And when the gig gets closer, we'll pump it up again. But that's great, dude. And the Great American Music Hall, what a thrill for anybody to play there, let alone a 17-year-old kid. That's a big deal.
We will definitely continue to mention this show, but Paulie, only because it's one of my favorite songs in the history of music. They also do their own version of That's All by Genesis. Just give me a little, it's a perfect night flight right now. Genesis, That's All, done by Sweet Sally. Here we go.
Just thought it was going all right. Found it I'm wrong when I thought it was right. All the same, it's just a shame, that's all. You can sit day and be the same night. Tell me it's black when I know that it's white. All the same, it's just a shame, that's all. I could feel it, I won't go.
Yeah.
Why am I telling so? Can't feel the thing from my head down to my toes. Why did it always seem to be? You're looking at you looking at me. All the same, it's just a shame, that's all.
Dude, hey.
There you go. I mean, come
Only
on.
thing I have to say is, hey, yo, Dixie chicks, move the F over. Move the F over. Here comes the next generation. That's really good, Will. You should be really proud. They sound great. That was a really, really good cover. But if I may, again, I'm going to go ahead and say I'll take that over the Collins original. I don't know. I'm just talking,
It's so, I mean, when I saw that, and Will and we've stayed in touch, and he's in touch with you as well. They're so humble about Sophia's talents, but she's so gifted and so good. And they're it's so wonderful to see this, because I remember seeing Sophia play with at High Sierra Music Festival as a kid a few years back. It was like, and watching her progress, it's just really fun to see. So again, October 18th, if you got nothing, if you want to come into San Francisco, go to the Great American Music Hall. Sweet Sally opening up for Brothers Comatose. It's going to be a great night of music, and we'll promote it again. I just want to get that out there. I thought it was perfect for the night flight, bud.
Well, it is. This is. I can't say this, as far as like night flights go, and I'm just talking to Tony right now, but I feel like this is like a no hitter we have going. Like this is almost like a perfect game. I don't want to like corrupt it in any way. So let's do a top three. Then we're going to bow out like gentlemen and hopefully complete this no-hitter. We're 3 outs away. So give me it's been way too long since I've heard the song. I demand it. I need it. Give it to me.
Wow.
Tony's top 3. Tony's top 3. I know. Tony's top 3. Yeah, dude. Feed them. Feed the freaking ducks, man. Feed the freaking ducks. Yeah, look how excited the audience is. Everybody's like, woo! Tony's top 3 million exclamation points. Dude, this is what's happening. Let's do it. What's up your green sleeve tonight, Tony's top 3, man? What do you got?
What's up, my William Floyd gloved?
What's up, my Brent Main sweatband? We'll go all night on this stuff, T. Let's do this.
Yeah, just because Don Peralta rules.
Shout out to that dude. Shout out to the forearms of a creative Tony. You look like the Incredible Hulk right there. Look at the guy. Look at the size of the kid's arms. He's like ripped. Yeah,
dude, that's funny. But that's all Don Peralta's work. Paulie, so let's just get right into it. As we go through the MLB postseason, and we're ecstatic that the Dodgers Phillies series will continue. It will continue. What are you feeling? How are you feeling? Who's left? I think you kind of already showed your hand about the AL, but maybe reveal that again. And the NL. Who are you going for? AL, NL, and I'll give you mine as well, and then we'll move on.
Well, if you're talking about who am I going for, I can't take this opportunity and not shout out Hall & Oates out of Philadelphia. I can't go for that. No, no can do. Bro, no can do why. How about that as a lyric? I got a lyric. No can do why. Yeah, that's going to work. I can't go for that. No. I'm going to say, Tony, I'm going for the Toronto Blue Jays. The fact that if I understand what I'm seeing on the message board correctly, Tony, it looks like now Rush has 4 dates at the LA Forum, 4 dates at Madison Square Garden, and counting. So I'm getting very excited. So all of that being considered, and I just simply like the way the Toronto Blue Jays are playing baseball right now. It reminds me of more old school baseball, putting the ball in play, moving runners, not just swinging for the fences every freaking pitch. I like the Blue Jays in the AL. And in the American League, I don't know that this is going to happen, but I would like to see Milwaukee play in a World Series. It's been so long. I'm trying to remember what. I mean, the Blue Jays have not had a lot of postseason success, man, in my lifetime. So yes, I'm going to say I would like to see the Jays and the Brewers. How about Creative Tony? Who are you looking for?
I'm still on the Tigers bandwagon. Game 5 is that tomorrow? Game 5 tomorrow, and Brewers, Tigers, Brewers, and the Brewers are up 2-0, and they're wait, hold on a second. I didn't even pay attention to the Brewers today at all. Did they win today, Paulie?
No, the Cubs won. The Cubs won today.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's 2-1 Milwaukee. They're still in the driver's seat. They got 2 games to win one. Yeah.
I remember that the Brewers brought it to 4-3, and then the Cubs pulled it out. So I'm still going, and I love Cubs baseball too. Freaking Eddie Vedder's a fan. What am I going to do? But
what am I going to do? My hands are tied. I got Vedder involved. Yeah.
But I love Bob Uecker is baseball to me, and
there was some guy. I think his name was Hank Aaron. He was a Milwaukee guy. So shout out Hank Aaron as well. You know what I mean?
They're the freaking Brewers. Okay.
The beer slide, dude, the freaking slide. You know what I'm saying? Who's not going to support the slide? Shout out. I mentioned this guy's name. This is the second time in a week. Shout out Robin Yount. Okay. If I mean a little Robin Yount. Dude, when he left Oakland, I'm going old school now. Who's with me on this?
Are you going stash? You going mustache?
Well, as a matter of fact, I believe the gentleman I was going to shout out at the hot corner occasionally had a stash. Shout out one time Oakland A, then on to Milwaukee, Sal Bando. Okay. Nice. Sal, and by the way, give me more guys in the big leagues named Sal. How come I don't have? I want more Sals in Sal Bando could play, dude. Sal Bando could play baseball. Yeah,
no question. I thought you were going to talk about Raleigh Fingers, and also shout out to Ernie Clement of your Blue Jays, the 2025 Blue Jays. But I thought you were talking Raleigh Fingers, and also Paul Molitor.
Yes.
Cecil Cooper. Remember Cecil Cooper back in the day?
I do, man. Yeah.
So, go Brewers, go Tigers for me. You're going Brewers, Blue Jays. I'll take either one. Or if the Mariners happen to win, I might jump on the Mariners wagon because that's Pearl Jam's freaking home state. So we'll see. And I love the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. How could you not root for a guy with that nickname and watching him in the home run derby with his brother catching his dad? His dad throwing BP, his brother catching the BP, and then Cal Raleigh hitting the home run derby.
It's a family affair, as Sly Stone would say. And dude, I hope someday that your son Dom makes the major leagues and he becomes an all-star, because I can predict what's going to happen. Tony, Dom will be like some, slugger first baseman guy playing for like the Cincinnati Reds or something like that. And it'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, at first base, we've got Dom Ryan, and pitching to Dom Ryan in the home run derby is his father, Tony Ryan. And then, dude, you're going to throw a couple of balls and your son Dom's going to be like, Dad, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it. You know what I mean? He's going to start yelling at you.
Yeah, calling relief. Knowing him.
The best was when Tony told me this is over the summer. I was like, dude, how'd the game go? You're like, yeah, it was all right. I was talking to Tony on the phone, and he goes, at one point I was in the dugout telling Dom to move over in the outfield. And Tony goes, Dom was like, oh, I can't feel like, oh. Like, dude, little kids, they don't like to be coached. It's yeah. You're like, move it over, bro, move it over. Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
Maybe I should wear the glove when I coach. By the way, out of nowhere, back at 8:58 p.m., Ian Weiland, no relation to Scott, is a super, and thank you so much for the super with no comment. Just wanted to be a super. Ian, thank you so much, brother, and we appreciate the support. You've been on this ride with us since the very beginning. I recognize that name from the very beginning. So, Ian, thank you, brother, and thank you for the support. And thank you for a
couple of my favorite Ians of all time. Tony, here they come, and they're going to come fast and furious. Try to keep up. 1, Ian Pace, drummer in Deep Purple. 2, Ian Gillan, singer in Deep Purple. 3, Ian Hill, bass player in Judas Priest. But the most important Ian of all is the Ian in Weird Science who dumps the Slurpee on Anthony Michael Hall's head. That guy's name is Ian as well.
Paulie,
great Ian. Yeah.
When you're wrong, I have to tell you when you're wrong. The most important Ian of all is Ian Ziering, who played Scott Sanders on 90210. Paulie.
Okay. I'll take that right now. Yes.
All right. Scott Sanders, Ian Ziering, a much better Ian, in my opinion.
Well, hold on 1 second. This is between me and Gravy right now. Yo, Gravy, dude, I've been getting into Ian Hunter a lot lately. I've been listening to Mott the Hoople. There's some great stuff right there. Golden age of rock and roll. I'm a fan. I'm a freaking fan. Anyway, Tony, on with your top three. We're still on number one. Let's proceed here. Let's go.
Number two. If Brock Purdy's cleared to play, he's cleared to play. I'm not saying he's healthy. I'm just saying he's cleared to play. Do you want Brock under center or do you want Mac Jones under center? Both are ailing. Who do you want under center if Brock is cleared to play?
I'd rather see Mac Jones again. And I'm basing that on what I saw from Brock Purdy last time he came back. He did not look good at all. And from what I understand, he re-aggravated the toe in that game. So based on his throws weren't on the money. Like his feet weren't under him. Literally, he was throwing off his back foot over his receivers' heads, behind his receivers, out of reach, in front of his receiver. So I want to see more Mac Jones right now. It's not that I've done away with Brock Purdy. I would just rather wait a little while longer until I know that he's in a better place where he can actually be effective. So I'll take Mac Jones right now, dude. The team is behind him. He's proven he can win on the road. Show it to me again. That's all. That's just me for this one game. How about you?
I'll wait till your love comes down.
Dude, you got me captured. I'm under your spell. I guess I'll never learn. Fum, 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 fum. Yeah, dude, I'll go all day. With I'll wait, dude. Don't get me started. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Or if you could go back to the song we did for Mo Spates. Wait.
Yeah, Spades. Yeah. Little white line, dude.
Chance to love you. Paulie, by the way, Los D, one of our favorite people on the planet, Carlos de la Fuente, he says, one of my favorite World Series, 1982, Milwaukee versus St. Louis, pure power versus pure speed, complete opposites, 7-game series. That was great. Los D, I was 9 years old, dude, and I remember that World Series so vividly because I loved Cardinal baseball. And I hate to say that because there's a huge rival of the Giants, but like you said, the speed, that type of speed baseball, dude, I'm a huge fan of using speed on the baseball diamond. So Los D are on the money there, dude. Love it. Thanks for the super, my friend.
Thank you, Los D. See you tomorrow, buddy.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay, Paulie. So I agree with you. I want Mac Jones too because I want Brock Purdy. By the way, I looked it up. The bye week is not until week 14, which is it's good. That's nice. Like seriously, that's really good as far as like resting people at the end of the season. But Brock Purdy needs a few weeks. Like he needs a good chunk of time to rest. So
time won't give me time, Tony. You know what I mean,
dude? And time makes lovers feel like they got something real. Okay.
Wow, dude. Say that again. Time. Give me that again. What was that?
Well, you said time won't give me time.
The little boy George on a night flight. It's good for everybody. Give it to me again. What was the lyric?
And then the following lyric in the same song is, and time makes lovers feel like they got something real.
You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something about Boy George. The more I listen to Boy George now, the deeper in I go. The freaking deeper I'm going. Let me tell you what the jam is right now. Church of the effing Poison Mind. In the Church of the Poison Mind. Dude, that's a great song, dude. Church of the Poison Mind. All right, Tony. So we're on to number 3.
Pause.
Okay. Yeah.
Dub City, thanks for checking in and thank you for the super. He says, shout out to Mac Rebenak, aka Dr. freaking John, who is like literally the roots of New Orleans music, man. And yes, Dr. John, former headliner for Sound Summit. That might have been Tam Jam. That might have still been Tam Jam.
No, it was Sound Summit, but same thing. Yeah. It's all good, man. Yeah.
Dude, I have a picture of Dr. John holding my daughter Olivia as an infant. She's wearing her little headphones, and he's holding her. And dude, and he asked if he could hold her because he was like, "Look at how precious! Look, you know the way he talks. Man. Oh, look at your little girl! Look at your little baby girl, man! Can I just hold her for 1 second?" And I said, "Yeah, but can we take a picture of you holding her?" And then he took a picture, and I have it framed. It's a great photo of Dr. John and my daughter. One of the coolest, nicest cats I've ever met. Like an international star, you know. Dub City, thank you for that, dude. And yes, let's ride the Mac train. Mac the Knife, Mac Rebenak, aka Dr. John. You got any other Macs? John McEnroe?
Somebody named Paulie Mac I've heard of. I'll throw him on the pile too. Yeah. My namesake. I'll throw my own name on there. Tony. Yeah.
Number three. And this is just out of nowhere. But this is inspired by Carlos De La Fuente because he has a movie bracket that he's been working on that we're going to get into on the show at some point.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Yes.
And I love the way Los's brain works in that respect. But Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It's Paulie and I have talked about that whenever we do retire and hang this up, which will probably be like when we're both 85, we're going to teach a class on
how great would it be, dude, if you and I are like in an old age home somewhere, like in wheelchairs, like you never see like those old people. I'm not sure why they do this, but they always have like a blanket over their lap. There's always like a blanket involved. So I'll be sitting in a wheelchair, blanket over my lap, talking about like this week's music assignment. And I guarantee you, even when I'm in my 80s, I'll be like, hey, I want to talk to you guys about this album called Volume 4. Check this out. And I'll be like talking Sabbath in the old age home. So I look forward to that. Anyway, no teeth. You know what I mean? Bald. Bring it on. I'm looking forward to my old age. Senility is going to be freaking great. I can't wait.
Dude, you know, when you and I saw The Irishman in the theater and it was De Niro and Pesci in jail, dunking their bread into the wine, I looked at Paulie. I go, dude, that's me and you. Yeah. That is me and you in our 80s.
And Pesci has no teeth in that scene. He's like, he's like, dude, he's got no teeth. He's sticking the thing in there. He's got no teeth. And how about when they're playing bocce, dude? He just literally lets the ball roll out of his hand. He doesn't even roll it. It just like falls on the ground. Yeah. That's going to be Tony with the bocce ball. Just wham, right on the ground. Yeah, like about a mile from the target. Yeah.
Also, dude, don't sleep on that movie, The Irishman. I know it's long, but it's really good.
It's one of my favorites. It really is a masterpiece. You just got to put it in the time. It's a great piece of work. I agree. Yeah.
It's really good. But Paulie, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, we both love the movie. And this is quick on the way out here on a night flight.
Okay.
Give me your favorite character in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, boy. That's actually a really tough one. I mean, I don't know. Do I go with let me think. Actually, you backed me into a corner. A shout out to the unspoken cameo role from, ready for this? Pam Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen's sister is the girl playing the Pat Benatar lookalike. That's Bruce's sister. So just shout out to that, Pam Springsteen. But anyway, I'm going to say probably Mike Damone. You know what I mean? Mike Damone, just navigating through everything. Kid stuff. What about the tunes? Your mama's all right. The Dream Police. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, slapping like a jockey. Yeah, no question. You know, and then his girlfriend comes up. She's like, by the way, I'm pregnant. He goes, hey, I'm in the middle of trying to sell tickets. He's like totally obnoxious. I'm going Mike Damone. Just out of my experiences. Go ahead, T. How about you? Same question.
And shout out the cameo of Nancy Wilson, Cameron Crowe's better half, who is driving the Corvette as Brad is wearing his Captain Fish and Chips.
Captain Ahab. Yeah.
No, Captain Hook's Fish and Chips.
Captain Hook. Okay.
He's wearing the gear. He looks over, sees Nancy Wilson driving the Corvette. Nancy Wilson of Heart fame, by the way. Sees her and is like, oh my God, I look like a jackass. And he starts throwing the costume out the window. Another great cameo in Fast Times. But Paulie, my favorite character forever is Mr. Arnold Hand. Okay? Mr. Arnold Hand, played by the great Ray Walston. F. 3 weeks we've been talking about the Platt Amendment. What are you people? On dope?
100%.
Okay.
And then he comes, and then you see how cool he is at the very end when he's like, we're going to do this test right now in Spicoli's room. And he's like, I think that's close enough, Jeff. I think that's close enough. And he lets him go to the prom. Turns out Mr. Ham was a gangster all along, dude. Great choice. How about, too, the first scene, the class starts, he locks the door. Dude, he locks the damn door. Yeah. Locks him in.
How about with the aggression that he writes, I don't know, on the chalkboard in chalk? Like he writes it hard and fast.
Little chalk pieces flying in every direction. And Spicoli's just innocent, standing there. He's like, I'm going to write this on the board for all my classes to see. And Spicoli goes, all right. Like he's psyched about it. All right. Yeah.
But one of the reasons I really do like his character is, you already talked about it, Paulie, is how he comes full circle. He comes around. Yeah. He is all about the maturation of the student, and it truly is like a message in Cameron Crowe's movie about, that Mr. Hands saw it through with Justin McCauley. And I'll never forget, as soon as you cruise history, and he goes, cruise history? And
I passed your class. Yeah. Hey, man, great top 3 tonight. I'm glad we did it. I want to thank everybody for coming in. It was another great night flight in the books. As far as I was concerned, kind of a no-hitter tonight. Like, I don't think anybody even got on base. I don't want to go so far as to say perfect game, but only a couple of walks. Tony and I did a pretty good job on the hill. I want to thank Stellar Design, Domi Peralta, man. Dom Peralta for life. Dominic at Stellar Design, or call Dom Peralta 650-796-3144, because your story deserves bold visuals, and Peralta Arts and Company keeps them alive and brings them to life with Bay Area soul. Contact Peralta Arts and bring your next vision to life for your special events, marketing campaign, anything you might need some companion pieces, artistically speaking. Dom is your guy. Tony, we got a super. You tackle that one. Go ahead, buddy.
I threw it up there. It's Church 916, and he says Suburban Lawns poster in Mike Damone's room. Dude, that's a golf clap for you, Church 916, and thank you for the super, dude.
Also,
and
Pete Townsend with the bloody hand. Pete's got his hand on the face with all the blood. But Mike Damone's room is like it's a master class in 80s rock and roll. And thank you, Church 916. We love you too, buddy. And of course, thank you, Longbridge Pizza. Yes. We love Neil Denardi. We'll see everybody on the 27th of October for the joint broadcast. Polymath Particles, Tom Tolbert. And we also want to remind people, get on down to Longbridge, enjoy the food, enjoy that Vibe Tribe, 2347 3rd Street in the Dog Patch. Thank you so much. I love that. I just looked up. We were in the oven. That's great. Thank you, Neil Denardi, for all you do. All of our sponsors. We freaking love you guys. And thank you, Low Steve. Thank you, Pine Needle. Thank you, Noemi, as always. Rags, Patty from Napa, Queen of the Scene. Who am I forgetting over here? Rocco, Doug in Japan. You know what I mean? All you got, John Joseph, Original Gangster. We just thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And Tony, you get the last word, and then we'll hear from David Lee, and we'll get on with the evening.
My last word is goodbye, Yankees. Happy trails to you and your payroll and your failure of a season. I couldn't be happier that your season is done. Karma's a bitch, Aaron Judge, and you're gonna, it's just the way of the universe, buddy. When you mess with the universe, it messes back with you.
Shout out symptom of the universe, Tony. Go ahead.
Dude, a love that never dies, dude. Symptom. Oh, come on, man.
All I have to give you is a love that never dies. A symptom of the universe is written in your eyes. Yeah, a little Black Sabbath detour. My bad. Sorry about that, Tony. Go ahead.
And dude, and go Phillies tomorrow at 3:08 p.m. We got Sanchez on the bump against Glasnow, and then go Brewers against the Cubs at 6:08 tomorrow. But before both of those games, we'll be back at 11 a.m. And joining us tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., Rita Oak, the 49er artist who does all those great pieces of artwork. And I got to thank Fareed, a.k.a. Robot Centaur, for the idea. He says, I think Rita would be a great guest on your show. I'm going to reach out to her. So he got the conversation rolling. And then Rita and I took it over. And she's going to be joining us from Portugal tomorrow night. It'll be 7:30 p.m. her time, 11:30 a.m. our time, and then really excited to talk to Rita tomorrow at 11:30. So,
all right. Thank you. Me too. I look forward to that too. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Hum Daddies. Thank you, Karen Bell, Nikki D, Francesco, Dami, all you guys. Have a great night, everybody. Gravy, rock and roll. Me and you, Ian Hunter, buddy. Ian Hunter. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 11. Have a beautiful evening, and onward and upward. And again, as Robert De Niro said in The Deer Hunter, Nostrovia.
So say good night to the bad guy.
Yeah. That was almost too much. That was like that. That was great. All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Have a great night, everybody. Cheers, y'all. Thank you.